friends, welcome to the day 26th of our Health and Fitness Club Challenge. From past few weeks, we were discussing on various health and well-being related topics, and yesterday we started discussing on how to read the food labels behind the food packet or any groceries or any shopping that you do in a supermarket or anywhere in the shop, especially the food related items. This is very important, to understand what we are actually getting into the house and what we are actually taking inside our body. Okay, and let's make it a practice not just for yourself, for your family, and especially for your children, so that they understand what kind of food they are eating and they'll get interest and they'll get awareness what to eat and what not to eat. Okay, so today let's discuss as an extension to the yesterday's topic, as we covered few details on how to read the labels. Today let's discuss few more details, and especially let's touch upon how the marketing companies try to fool us or try to trick in the labels which we might not be aware and which we might be skipping. Okay, so if you want to be able to read a label right, you must know what is right and what is wrong. Correct? Okay, but the thing is, lying somewhere in the middle of the two would be even worse. We are in that stage right now. Agree? So what you see is what you get. That's what I believe. Honesty and transparency are important values in many areas of life. Do you agree? And food is no exception to that. Correct? So simply developing the habit of label reading can set us on a path of renewed awareness and mindfulness about what is in our food, what we are actually purchasing. Okay? But the problem is we lack education to read them properly. This is the big gap. So one of the best tips may be to completely ignore claims on the front of the packaging. Okay? Front labels try to lure you into purchasing products by making health claims. Be cautious next time. In fact, research shows that adding health claims to front labels makes people believe a product is healthier than the same product that does not list health claims, thus affecting consumer choices. Be careful, be cautious. So manufacturers are often dishonest in the way they use these labels. That is where we need to be aware. Okay, they tend to use health claims that are misleading and in some cases downright false. Yes, examples like you can include high sugar breakfast cereals like whole grain cocoa puffs. Despite what the label may imply, these products are not healthy. That's it. This makes it hard for consumers to choose healthy options without a thorough inspection of the ingredients list. So you need to study the ingredients list for a few seconds. Please spend some time. Product ingredients are listed by quantity. That means from highest to lowest amount. This means that the first ingredient is what the manufacturer used the most of in that manufacturing of that particular food. A good rule of thumb is to scan the first three ingredients as they make up the largest part of what you are eating from the packet. Okay, if the first ingredients include especially refined grains, a type of sugar or hydrogenated oils, you can assume that the product is unhealthy. Okay, so instead try choosing items that have whole foods listed as the first three ingredients. Rule of 3, power of 3. Please always remember this. In addition, an ingredients list that is longer than 2 to 3 lines suggests that the product is highly processed. That's right. So let's discuss some of the most misleading claims, okay, used by marketing companies to fool us, and we need to be aware. Health claims on packaged food are designed to catch your attention and convince you that the product is healthy. That's it. That is their job. Okay, our job is to make ourselves aware. So let me discuss a couple of common claims, what we can see. First one is light. Light products are processed to reduce either calories or fat. Some products are simply watered down. Check carefully to see if anything has been added instead, sugar. Okay. Next, multigrain. When you see this one, you should think about this. This sounds very healthy, but only means that a product contains more than one type of grain. Correct? That we all know. These are most likely refined grains unless the product is marked as whole grain. Okay, please understand this. Next, natural. When you see this one in the back, beside the packet, this does not necessarily mean that the product resembles anything natural, because it simply indicates that at one point of time the manufacturer worked with a natural source like apples or rice. Okay, be careful. Next, organic. This label says very little about whether a product is healthy. For example, organic sugar is still sugar, boss. Okay, no added sugar. Okay, let me tell you what do you mean by no added sugar. Some products are naturally high in sugar. Correct. The fact that they don't have added sugar does not mean they are healthy. Okay, so unhealthy sugar substitutes may also have been added. Okay, you need to think even in this perspective. Okay, next, low calorie. When you see this, low calorie products have to have 1/3 fewer calories than the brand's original product. Okay, but yet one brand's low calorie version may have similar calories as another brand's original, which we might not be aware of this thing. Okay, next, low fat. This label usually means that the fat has been reduced at the cost of adding more sugar. So be very careful and read the ingredients list. Okay, don't just rush to go and shop that. Low carb. Recently, low carb diets have been linked to improved health. A lot of people are following weight loss programs, of course. Still, processed foods that are labeled low carb are usually still processed junk foods, correct? Similar to processed low fat foods. Okay, next, made with whole grains. The product may contain very little whole grains. So, you need to check the ingredients list. If whole grains are not in the first 3 ingredients, the amount is negligible. That's correct. Okay. So next, fortified or enriched. This means that some nutrients have been added to the product. Correct. For example, vitamin D is often added to milk. Yet, just because something is fortified does not make it healthy. You need to understand this. Okay. Next, gluten-free. Whenever I see gluten-free does not mean it is healthy. The product simply does not contain wheat, spelt, rye or barley. Okay? Because many gluten-free foods are highly processed and loaded with unhealthy fats and sugar. Okay? Next, fruit flavored. When you see this in the packet or juice, many processed foods have a name that refers to a natural flavor, like strawberry, yogurt. Okay. However, the product may not contain any fruit, only chemicals designed to taste like fruit. How strange, how sad. Zero trans fat. Have you saw this one? Have you seen this one? This phrase means like less than 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving. Okay. Thus, if serving sizes are misleadingly small, the product may still contain trans fat. This is very, very dangerous fat for our health. Despite these cautionary words, many truly healthy foods are organic, whole grain or natural. But still, just because a label makes certain claims does not guarantee that it is healthy. As simple as that. Okay. And there are different names for sugar. I didn't know that, like, when I researched, I got to know there are so many names. Sugar goes by countless names, my friends, many of which you may not even recognize. Okay, food manufacturers use this to their maximum advantage by purposely adding many different types of sugar to their products to hide the actual amount. In doing so, they can list a healthier ingredient at the top, mentioning sugar further down, and we become unaware and we just jump in purchasing that. So even though product may be loaded with sugar, it does not necessarily appear as one of the first 3 ingredients. Correct. So they just keep it at the end or somewhere in the last. So to avoid accidentally consuming a lot of sugar, you need to understand what are the names of sugar that are part of the ingredient list. Okay. Let me discuss you about the types of sugar. So like it can have like beet sugar, brown sugar, buttered sugar, cane sugar, castor sugar, coconut sugar, date sugar, golden sugar, invert sugar, muscovado sugar, organic raw sugar, okay, raspadura sugar, evaporated cane juice, and confectioner's sugar. Oh my goodness, there are so many. Even I was not aware of that. So you need to be very careful what is there in that one. And let's discuss now the types of syrup. Carob syrup, golden syrup, high fructose corn syrup, honey agave nectar syrup, maple syrup, oat syrup, rice bran syrup, and rice syrup. There are so many syrups that they are adding. Okay. Next, other added sugars. Let us understand this. Barley malt, molasses, cane juice crystals, lactose, corn sweetener, crystalline fructose, dextran, malt powder, ethyl maltol, fructose, fruit juice concentrate, galactose, glucose, disaccharides, maltodextrin, and maltose. My goodness, there are so many. If you see any of these in the top spots of the ingredient list or several kinds throughout the list, then the product is very high in added sugar. So please avoid if you want to be healthy. So what you need more? Basically you need more fiber, vitamin, proteins, and minerals like calcium and iron, which are very essential for our health. Okay, the more they are, the better it is for you. Okay, so this is how we need to decide what kind of ingredients that we are actually taking out. What you need to limit: cholesterol and sodium should be big no for you, because it is going to hamper your health. Okay, for cholesterol limit, a healthy person should not consume more than 300 milligrams per day. Correct, you should not consume more than 300 milligrams. So the bottom line which I wanted to share here is, the best way to avoid being misled by product labels is to avoid processed foods altogether, because after all, whole food does not need an ingredients list, because you can understand what are the first three ingredients as I mentioned, and what kind of other preservatives they are adding. Maybe you just need to spend some time to just go through what exactly that is. That's it. Okay, so tomorrow we'll come with another topic. Hope this video helps you to decide and make you to purchase a healthy snack or healthy shopping when you do your grocery shopping or any kind of shopping in the supermarket. Okay, please like the video if you like it, and ensure your family and especially your children follow the label reading. Let's make it as a practice and ensure our families are safe. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.